Okay, good afternoon. So, today we are going to discuss assessment of emotional functioning, understanding our emotional well being. This is Eliza Maydermal, and I will report it today. So, first, let's know what are the topics that we will cover. First is we will tackle assessment of emotional functioning. Then we will move on to mood assessment and its examples. Next, anxiety assessment and its examples. Emotional intelligence assessment and its examples. And lastly is common test. So, what is assessment of emotional functioning? Assessment of emotional functioning involves evaluating an individual's ability to recognize, understand, and express and regulate emotions effectively. And assessment of emotional functioning encompasses various aspects of emotional well being and involves different methods and tools to gather information about an individual's emotional state, coping mechanisms, interpersonal relationships, and overall emotional resilience. Next, kinds of emotional functioning assessment. We have here three. First is the mood assessment, the anxiety assessment, and the emotional intelligence assessment. But first, let's tackle mood assessment. So, what is mood assessment? Mood assessment is the evaluation of an individual's prevailing emotional state. It is not just about identifying current emotional states, it also plays an important role in early detection. So, detecting mood disorders like depression and bipolar disorder early on can significantly impact treatment outcomes and prevent escalation of symptoms. So, we have here examples of mood assessment tools. First is Beck Depression Inventory or BDI. The Beck Depression Inventory or BDI is used to assess the severity of depressive symptoms in individuals. It helps clinicians and researchers measure the presence and intensity of depressive symptoms such as sadness, hopelessness, guilt, and loss of interest or pleasure in activities. Next example is Positive and Negative Affect Schedule or PANAS. So, Positive and Negative Affect Schedule or PANAS is used to measure an individual's positive and negative affectivity or emotional states. It assesses the intensity of positive emotions like joy and excitement, as well as negative emotions like fear and anger. Next, we have here anxiety assessment. So, what is anxiety assessment? Anxiety assessment, it is a tool in measuring anxiety levels and symptoms. Anxiety assessment also goes beyond identifying anxiety levels. It helps us understand how anxiety impacts daily functioning. And by assessing the impact on work performance, relationships, and overall quality of life, we can tailor interventions to address specific challenges and improve overall functioning. So we have here examples of anxiety assessment tools. We have Generalized Anxiety Disorder 7-item scale or GAD-7. Generalized Anxiety Disorder item 7-item scale or GAD-7 is a brief questionnaire used to assess the severity of generalized anxiety disorder symptoms. It measures symptoms such as an excessive worry, restlessness, difficulty controlling, and physical symptoms like muscle tension and fatigue. Next is we have State Trait Anxiety Inventory or STAI. So State Trait Anxiety Inventory or STAI assesses both state anxiety or temporary feelings of anxiety related to a specific situation and trait anxiety, a general tendency to experience anxiety across various situations. It also helps distinguish between situational anxiety and more persistent anxiety traits. Next, we have here emotional intelligence assessment. So, what is emotional intelligence assessment? It is used to evaluate one's ability to perceive, understand, and manage emotions. It is not just about personal growth, it also has a direct impact on decision making. Improved self-awareness, self-regulation, and interpersonal skills from these assessments empower individuals to make more informed and effective decisions both personally and professionally. So we have here examples of emotional intelligence assessment tools. First, we have Mayer-Salovey-Caruso Emotional Intelligence Test, or MSCEIT. So MSCEIT is a performance-based assessment of emotional intelligence. It measures an individual's ability to perceive and understand, use, and manage emotions effectively, providing insights into their emotional competencies. Next, we have Emotional Quotient Inventory, or EQI. So, EQI is a self-report questionnaire that assesses various aspects of emotional intelligence, including self-awareness, empathy, emotional expression, interpersonal relationships, and stress management. It provides a comprehensive profile for an individual's emotional strength and areas for improvement. So next, we have here types of common tests. First is self-report questionnaires. Next, structured interviews. And last is observation-based assessment. So self-report questionnaires are widely used in emotional functioning assessment. These assessments rely on individuals' self-reported responses to questions about their emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Examples includes the Beck Depression Inventory, or the BDI, for mood assessment, and the Generalized Anxiety Disorder 7-item scale, or GAD-7, for anxiety assessment. Next is structured interviews. Structured interviews involve a systematic series of questions designed to assess emotional functioning. These interviews are conducted by trained professionals and allow for a more in-depth exploration of an individual's emotional experiences and challenges. So they provide qualitative data that complements quantitative measures. Lastly, we have observation-based assessments. So observation-based assessments includes or involves observing an individual's behavior, expressions, and as well as their interactions in various situations. So these methods provides valuable insights into emotional regulation, social skills, and as well as communication abilities. So examples include the Child Behavior Checklist, or CBCL, for children, and the Social Skills Rating System, or SSRS, for assessing social skills. And that would be all. Thank you very much.